and they do it. They just grow trees and then they cut the trees down. They don't build houses on slopes.
Right.
But I can terraform that and build houses on it and put some stairs. And as long as you're willing to walk up a couple stairs to get to your house, it's just as good, if not better, than everything else.
Right.
And at the top of the hill, because we have wildfires out here, and at the top of it, we put a lighthouse. That's a fire lookout.
Right.
And that kind of oversees over the lower. It's kind of based off the favelas in Brazil, in Rio.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they got those hillsides, and they build their houses on the hillsides because they don't have the luxury of flat land.
Right.
And so I took that and just made it not a ghetto. It's not a ghetto. If you take care of it, it's just a couple steps you got to take.
Well, ghettos are man-made. Ghettos are manufactured concepts, just like so-called rich neighborhoods.
Like an idea.
Rich neighborhoods are just concepts too. Right. They are manufactured things that are deliberate manifestations of lack of adequate what do they call it? Care of resources, management, lack of management of resources.
It's ignorance.
Ignorance, yeah.
It's ignorance. It's ignorance. It's ignorant to think that an apartment complex is a project because the people that live in it are poor.
Right.
If the people that lived in it were rich, you'd call it a luxury
apartment. Right. And so that's where it goes back to, So
perception,
the prospect of this, and I started over the recording just so we wouldn't have such these long ass recordings. It says gardens are small, ideology free, because I call these communities gardens because we can grow them anywhere. Gardens are small, ideology free, intentional communities. These intentional or sustainable communities serve multiple functions, including immediately consolidating incoming resources and outgoing waste, providing adequate food and shelter to those who lack it, providing income and life skills to those who lack them, informing and educating guests about sustainability, saving people money, replacing rest stops, and basically ending so-called homelessness.
Right, replacing rest stops, that is key. I worked for a nonprofit that did suicide prevention and community outreach, and what we did was we'd go out to these down I-5, and we would do free coffee pour. We just give out coffee to people for free for donations. And we talk to people about suicide and mental health, and we try to provide resources for people that would come to us at the rest stops.
Right.
And these rest stops are ideal settings for community, but they've been captured by the Department of Transportation because it's next to the highway, and they're being misused.
And they are not equipped with the kind of access and resources that we're talking about, because we talk about it being a rest stops on steroids. So you go to the it's that's how decentralized it is. It's just a rest stop, but it has housing, it has accommodations, it has and the more crowd, the bigger this gets, the less we all will even see who's funding it.
They used to call them stopovers.
Right. Hey, I'm going to cut this live because I know I'll keep fucking talking. I'm going to go get some food, but I'm going to cut this live. It's been good talking to you. If my kids stay up, then I'll call you back and we can maybe talk privately or go on again. But as long as my kids are awake, I can talk. If my kids are asleep, we're trying to go, and we're trying to get them to go to sleep because they are, they are kids. There you go. There's one of them. There's one of them.
This is my star pupil. Introduce yourself, Bubba. What's your name? Kinslee. This Kinsley. She's my star pupil.
Nice. I got one name. I got one name I Am and one name Indica.
I Am and Indica?
Yeah. My son's name is I Am Ashton.
That's amazing.
And we call him.
My other daughter is J9, and with the number 9.
Nice.
And so she's out of the Social Security system because they can't print a number in the Social Security card.
That's dope. That's dope.
I Am. That's amazing.
And we pronounce it Iam, so we just call him Iam Ashton.
Yeah.
And he loves it. And I named him after the almighty creating beautiful force of the universe.
That's the name. That's the unifying force behind the whole.
His name is actually a sentence. You can put a period at the end of it and it will still work.
Hey, with a period.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, also though, because we got this, I'm gonna get Zoom on my phone. We can talk, right? Like we can talk anytime we want because there's plenty of time that I have that it's just time that other people don't want to do lives because they want it to be a certain amount of professional. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I want goddamn donations so that we can crowdfund these fucking communities. They need to be decentralized, ideology free. They need to be alternative grid, sustainable or intentional to the degree that they could be, and fucking nobody's bullshit. Nobody's bullshit. And there are agreements, that there are no there's no arbitrary enforcement of arbitrary dictates. This is the idea of all the best of a hotel or a timeshare and natural communities that aren't culty as fuck. This is removing all of the fluff and the bullshit and getting down to the access and the resource and the bare bones of what everybody needs and how we can go about distributing and obtaining those things, even within the socioeconomic climate that we are in. So I will talk to you later, sir. Right.
We can't be stopped. Only we can stop ourselves.
Right. Don't stop anybody working on this. You keep your ass working. We're doing it. We're with you. All right, you guys, be safe out there.
All right.
And you too, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael. Man.
Thank you, man. We're going to talk again, probably in the next hour. Be safe out there.
I love that.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I hung up the phone. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
How did we end up doing that? You're only coming out of the TV now. I mean, out of the thing. That's dope. That's dope. All right. I'll hit you up later when I'm about to go get something to eat. Be safe, man. And it's just us now.